Hello, my lovies. Today we're going to have to do some talking. Now, she's saying this is why black women are difficult in relationships, right? But I'm going to tell you what she should be talking about. So we're going to listen to her for a little bit. Then I'm going to tell you what she should be talking about. That's going on in our communities. Like, how do you not see what's really going on? How do you act like you're not from Chicago? You're not from Chi-Town, and everything you talk about, see, it's like you want people to think you one way, but you're really another. Like we know we are cut. We know you'll cut us. You will cut somebody. I ain't mad at you though, and don't forget if you like her, if you like her message, you go right on over there because you gotta support them too. We don't have to agree, but let's see. We don't have to agree, but we're going to see what she has to say today.
So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about why Black women are difficult in relationships. Now, mind you, they're really only difficult like that in relationships with Black men, which they find themselves in relationship with Black men the most out of anybody because we know they don't really know how to divest. They can't. But that's a different story. So, we're talking about why. Why are they difficult in relationships? Because and the brothers can attest, there's always something. There's always something wrong. There's always some reason why there can't be peace. There's always some reason why things can't go smoothly. Things just can't be. Things just can't be happy. Things just can't be some smooth sailing in this relationship, at least most of the time. There's going to be some type of, disagreement or something like that in a relationship, especially the longer that it goes on. But that shouldn't be the tone of the relationship, that there's always something going wrong. Somebody's always mad. Somebody's always arguing. Somebody's always upset. That shouldn't be the general tone of the relationship at all. The relationship should be peaceful things that people get into to help make them happy and help complete them. But when Black women get into relationships with Black men, most of the time it's not that. And we're going to explore why it's not like that. So one of the first things that I think people need to understand is that Black women are taught, including myself, when we were growing up, we are taught not to make it easy for Black men to be with us.
Well, duh. Well, duh. You're not supposed to make anything easy on anybody. That doesn't mean being disrespectful. That doesn't mean making this life hell. That means you got to work for this. You got to work for this. How would you know if he's a man if he didn't work for it? How would you know? So don't include, whoever taught you right, or did you just pick up the first man that was like the best you can be? Let's see.
Either in the pursuit stage where they're trying to actually get with you, and even in the relationship itself, after you guys have accepted each other to be in a relationship, still you gotta keep up some type of resistance to this man. And the worst part about it is that we're taught that this is supposed to keep some type of interest. Or this is supposed to keep him on his toes. Or if you're easy to get, then he's not going to value you. And therefore, you need to be difficult to get or difficult to keep, because then he'll work harder to keep you. It's real convoluted and it's real stupid.
No.
And it works against you, because that's not how relationships work. That's not how men work. That's not how any of this has ever worked. Let's just understand that. None of this has ever worked like that. This is just the backwards feminine hyena tactics that Black women are taught as soon as they're able to even think about or think about boys or whatever. So we're taught to give the boys a really, really, really hard time.
I know, right? Don't get head to their horse. Don't worry, after this is over, we're going to go see your girlfriend. She, are you with me? I said, oh, Kiki. Oh, Kiki, are you with me? We're going to see your Kiki. Don't worry about it. I got you. But don't no man want nothing that's easy. And yes, everything you said was absolutely true. No man want to come home to the same thing. Hello, darling. How was your day? The dinner is ready. May I rub your back? He gonna come home and no. Some days he want to come home to, even if it's just you, he want to come home to different women. Like one day you got to be, I ain't washing nothing. Get on over here, baby. Give me a kiss. You got to know your man. And every man is not the same. And you got to know your woman. And even if you have a man that is the same, people get tired of routine. You got to work, baby. You got to work. You got to work. Well, let's finish listening to this.
Even after and during the relationship, give them a hard time. So in keeping with that, you gotta find a way to treat this dude bad. You gotta find some area in the relationship where you're just not gonna give him what he wants. You're just not gonna give it to him specifically because he wants it. There's no problem. It's not like you can't. It's just that you won't. And she's not doing it because to give your man, especially if he's Black, to give your man things that he needs in his relationship and things that he wants in his relationship is seen as lowering the value of her as a Black woman, period.
Where y'all get period from? Was period from that sentence. Okay, baby. It's a period to that sentence, but it's not a period. Sometimes you just can't give people what they want. That's part of life. If he can't accept that by his age, then I don't know what to tell you. If he can't accept you cannot get what you want out of life, it's going to be things in life that sometimes he may have to take control. But how will he know what's in him if you're giving it to him? What he gonna do out in that real world? Oh, I know, right? I know. He already got that problem in the real world. But no, how would you know he got that problem in the real world? Isn't he an alpha male? So he ain't got a problem with nobody because he's alpha, right? He's manosphere. He's red pill. He all of that wrapped up and then some. And a bag of chips. I'm gonna let her finish because I have to get into these other videos, which are very disturbing. But this is what she should be talking. After this video, this is what she should be talking about. But she talking about this stupidness. Like women can't make that. I don't care if you're a terrible woman. You know how to make that man happy. He's still there, right? He's still there, right? Told you to watch that shower scene, girl. You should have saw that shower scene. You would have seen why. He won't have no problems. He won't have no difficulties. He won't have nothing. See, a man is the head of the household, sweetie. A man, the man, sets the tone. You may think the women do, but the man do. He know how to shut us up. He know how to make us get up and cook that breakfast. What are you trying to say? Man don't know these things? You have to teach us what they know already. Now, we're not saying go. Remember, this has nothing to do with being disrespectful. Shouldn't no couple be disrespectful to one another? But we ain't difficult in relationships. He's still there. And if he was a good woman, if he's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. If he's going to leave, he's going to leave. If he's going to stay, he's going to stay. But she's a difficult woman. Then you need to be teaching him some tricks. His homies need to be I press 2. Now his homies should be saying, yo, when she start acting like this, you do this. And if she do that, you do that. Which doesn't contain masculine or toxic masculinity. You don't have to go that far. Y'all saw that shower scene when I told her she's why women will shut up. Just do a little something. Get that little towel and pop her with it. Pow, baby. Get over here. Give her a hug and a kiss. Shut her mouth and put your mouth on hers. I bet you she'll shut it. I guarantee you she'll shut her mouth. But homeboy, this is how you lay it down, okay? When she start you lay that means she wants you to lay it down. Okay? Okay. Let's finish. I want to get to the other 2 subjects.
You're never supposed to give a man anything really that he wants in a relationship. If he say he want it, it's become your job to keep it from him. Basically, you got to play keep away with all of the things that make a relationship worth being in a relationship, especially for men. So black women are taught to play keep away with that. If he likes her sex a lot, start playing with that. Keep that away. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't have that. I don't feel good. I don't. And you can't. And we not doing that. You think you finna do that? You think you finna get some? You know, and all that type of stuff just because she knows he enjoys having sex with her. So even if
forget about the man come home tired and girlfriend ain't heat. And he gonna be like, well, you can't get none. Well, not none tonight. Women enjoy it too. What you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Women, let me tell you, that's because he don't know how to do it. She can't keep that man wanted, and the religion women are treated like, Oh, we ain't finished yet. We got some topics, Tina. Hold on. This is a short one. I like her short ones better. But she got to stop with this hyena bullshit. She got to really stop with that because I'm starting to wonder, you know, she talk about herself or what? I'm just saying. She talk about herself or what? Like, who the hell she calling a hyena? And I don't want to hear what a hyena represents. I'm just saying. You couldn't find something else? The man is in control of everything they do. Yes, exactly, Tina.
She enjoys it as well. She'll play keep away with him. If he enjoys her to be cooking and he enjoy her food and stuff like that, she'll not cook or not cook as often. Or he has a favorite dish, she won't cook it. You ain't getting that just because he says he wants it. So it now becomes her job to not give it to him. And this is a really crazy pathology that keeps Black relationships in a state of failure. Okay? In a state of failure. Because it's not our job as women to keep away things in a relationship, because when he starts keeping away stuff you want, you ready to leave. Period, point blank. You gone. And you going out with a bang. You're not even going quietly. You going out and you going to drag him as you go. You going to try to make his life not worth living if you got anything to say about it. And we're actually going to go deeper than that. The understanding among these Black women is that Black men are not on their level. And when I say not on their level, I don't mean the cap that they come in here and talk about money and housing and this and that. The real truth about it, and I need y'all to lean a little closer for me. The real truth is that in the eyes of these gynocrats, Black men are not as human as them.
What?
Not human.
Oh my God.
Do you?
Yo, what the hell? She be taking the wrong damn pills. She taking the wrong. Hey, boss lady, I hope you feeling better, my love. I hope you and Ms. Rod are feeling better. We missed you guys. We missed you. We missed you. Move, Carter. What type of pills we don't see them because we work and stuff. We don't see them as humans. That's the dumbest shit ever. Can you get into that? We don't see them as humans. And you let somebody make you feel not human. Even we was I'm out on break, but I don't know if I can take this. Oh, I hate that shit. I don't know if I can take it either. Shoot, they don't got her on some super caches full of dollar doses. I can't even say it right because she don't make you say nothing right. She said we don't see them as human. I mean, it was tolerable what she was saying. It was tolerable till she got to the human part. Like, hold up. Are we dating aliens or something? What is she talking about? Hold up.
Understand? That's what she means by you're not on her level. I'm a human being with a full range of feelings that you have to consider because I'm more valuable than you because you're subhuman and I don't have to give you consideration that you give me. Trust what I'm saying. It might be hard to swallow, and some of them might come and try to say that's not true. But I double dog dare any of them to say that that's not true because that is the underlying understanding. He's not human like.
Did she say double dog dare? Then she said, I double dog dare it. Now, see me. See me. I double dog dare it. I triple dog dare it. You dare us. What you mean you dare us? I just did. I just did. Ain't she crazy? They got her on them pills. She on them damn pills. She drinking too much of them damn pills and lean and stuff. Hey, Miss Apple, this is not straight. My boyfriend enjoys getting my hairs and nails done. I always do it to make sure. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. In my old days, my younger days, I did that, but not in these new days. It's a treat. See what they don't teach you is, let me tell y'all something now. Listen carefully. If you look good all the time, where's the surprise? Are you still not feeling well? Aw, poor baby. I'm gonna send you some 7-Up over there. Well, get some rest, sis. Yeah, so you gotta be regular, right? Because you don't want to be not terrible and you don't want to be too good. You want to be regular. Regular. So the minute he think he got you, the minute he slip up, how my man Martin say, put on them fuck 'em shoes, girl. Fuck 'em, girl. Fuck 'em. You gotta know when to turn his head. Your bright can't shine too bright. You have to dim it. Yes, get on. No, but I'm just saying, you gotta just go for men and women. If you look good all the time, he's too used to it. But the minute it could go for a woman too, make it dressed up. It's like, oh shit, same rule apply. Remember, everything I say, same rule apply for both. The minute he forget who you are, then you show him. That's the day you go get your hair done. You look good. Get ready to walk out that door. Tell me how easy it's gonna be to get out that door. Tell me how many phone calls you're not gonna get. If he ain't never called you before, he gonna call you now. But you gotta know when to do stuff. You gotta know when to do stuff. You gotta make sure you are appreciated. And if you dialed up all the time, which it may look cute, but it gets boring. It gets boring. It's not like you don't give him that, oh, damn, baby, you look good tonight. No, like what? Oh my God, this was up under that scarf. I'm not saying wear a scarf, but damn, this what you look like with them jeans off? Ooh la la la. But you gotta make a man want you or make a woman want you. You can't be dialed. That's like a woman marrying a man that wears suits every day. The minute he put on a different set of clothes, she like, damn. I mean, let's see a fireman or something, Well, let's go.
You. So because he's not human, brothers, I need y'all to hear this. And Gynocrats too, I need y'all to hear this too. Because he's not human, she's not under any obligation to reciprocate good treatment. So this is why a black man can be doing everything that a man is supposed to do, and it's like nothing to her because he's not even really human anyway. And Because of that, because he's lower than her, he was supposed to serve her anyway, so she don't care. This is what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. So she's not under any obligation to reciprocate any good treatment. Remember that I told you that these gynocrats have the same exact viewpoint of black men that Zaddy has. See, black men don't experience pain. According to her, black men don't experience emotional pain like people do.
We never said that. Y'all did. We never said men do not express emotional pain. Y'all did. You did. And the other chick did. And the other chick did. Y'all said they don't have no emotions. Y'all said that they logic and we emotions. Y'all confusing yourselves now to prove a point. Y'all are really confusing yourselves. For real. Y'all messing up. Where did he come from if he's not human? And didn't he come out of a girl? I don't know. According to them, I don't know nothing no more. She looks like a flashlight. I'm like even with her, I'm like, okay, you got nice clothes, but when do you get sexy? You sexy and you know it. Clap your hands. She ain't singing that song, but let's go.
See, other men are human. Black men are not. You understand that? This is what a gynocrat thinks. I'm telling you. Nope. Other men are human beings, which is why she could get with him and have respect and be a woman with him. But with the black man, he's not a human. He's not human. So therefore, she can hurt him. She can ruin his life. She can damage him emotionally, physically, financially, whatever the case may be, and not blink an eyelash, not a wink of sleep. Oh yeah, he'll do it. You know what I'm saying? He'll get over it because you're not human, black man, in the eyes of these gynocrats. Period, point blank. This is why relationships are so difficult with her, because you're entering in the relationship regardless of your status as a man. Regardless of your status as in masculinity, I'm telling you, this is for the brothers. I need you to hear me. Regardless of that, when you enter into a relationship with one of these gynocrats, none of that means nothing. You're not as human as her. Therefore, this is why she could get into relationships with 5 kids and 8 babies.
Why would you put that in a man's head? Why would you put in a man's head that women, hold on, here, what's that? Here. Try to open that up. I don't know which bag. Open it up. Look at this
one. Daddies and still think she the prize. But I digress. Black men don't have any inherent value. She's the only one in the relationship that has inherent value. Black men don't have any. Black men in a relationship with black women have the value that she assigns to him. Not more, not less. Okay? She assigns value. So if she assigns sexual value, then that's what he's worth. If she assigns monetary value, then that's what he's worth. Because of this, she has to make sure not to assign too much value, lest he get to thinking that he's valuable. Lest he gets to thinking that he should expect good treatment from her. She makes sure not to praise him too much for any good that he does. Make sure not to be giving him too many accolades where he becomes proud of himself, where his esteem is lifted, where she's offering the mutual validation in a relationship. She makes sure not to validate him too much, because if she validate him, quote unquote, too much, then he comes to be expecting to be treated like a man, like a human being in this relationship, and she does not regard him this way. He is not a man in the sense, not only does she degrade his masculinity, he's not a man as in he's not a human male. He's a subhuman male. He has the look of a human being.
So you mean to tell me these men are so perfect? They perfect. They treat us good each and every second of the day. Every second of the day, they treat us so good. I know Trejo's going in the closet. He waiting to see his girlfriend Shishi, but Shishi coming up next. Not this show.
But he doesn't have the inherent value of a human being. In her eyes, she's the only one that actually carries that value, which is why she'll always say she's the prize in the relationship. What makes her the prize? She has humanity. What makes black men never a prize, no matter what he does, because he doesn't have humanity. I need that to be understood. I need that to be known. And some can come in and say that's not what it is. Prove it. Prove that's not what it is. Because there's too many instances that I've seen online and offline where a black man can have all the masculinity, status, money, accolades, a resume a mile long with accomplishments, and a strag that can't rub two nickels together or call herself telling him he ain't nothing. And that she's the valuable one. He needs to chase her. He needs to be doing stuff for her. And never once feel any obligation or anything that would make her be like, okay, let me humble myself with this guy and observe and understand that this man is valuable. He's valuable. She never do that. She don't want to do that.
Y'all know I only could take but so much of her as I can. Oh my God. Now, this is what she should be talking about, right? This is what she should be talking about. This is what's more important than catering to somebody's feelings all damn day. Real issues. Anybody who wants you to cater to their feelings all day is deflecting you from the real issues. I don't care if it's male or female. If somebody always, that means you gotta look at them. They deflecting you. They want you to target on their feelings and their emotions and cater to that and then the problem never get fixed because you're catering to that. That's like a baby crying. You don't know what's wrong with that baby. All you know is the baby crying. You want the baby to stop crying, so you're gonna pick it up and do everything. But what if that's not the problem? What if that baby is sick, and then once the baby is sick, then you're gonna go, oh, that's why they was crying. Thank you. Now, this what she be. Now we heard Kevin Samuels say domestic domestic violence against black women is a hoax. It's a hoax. Can you believe that one? Did y'all hear about that one?
You took the thing off his back.
Mm-mm.
You took it off, Cody?
Or the cat? I don't know.
Now you definitely need to wash.
Did you guys hear about that one? That it's a hoax. Like all these years we've been lying. But let's watch a little bit of this. And don't forget to check out Tanya TKO. Tanya TKO.
Let's read the statistics for you all. Let's get into the stats. All right, let's do that so that we can at least start to get on the same page. And the threes are still coming in. All right, so here are the stats. You can search Black women and.
That's one thing you would never see her do. That's one thing you would never see her do. And that's bring out statistics. She gonna tell you how she feel and the way these men feel and groom these young girls to be the perfect wife for these no good men. Cause ain't nobody damn perfect. But we're gonna check out these statistics. And the one thing she'll never bring out, she'll never call you a hyena. Then look at what's in her face. But let's go. This is the things that she needs to be talking about. Because it happens a lot. It happens a lot in her religion.
Domestic violence to be able to see some of. Remember when I said I didn't want to mess with my size? So here, we mess with it, but it's fine. We're going to fix it up just a little. All right. Okay. So there we go. Black women and domestic violence. Here. All right. The statistics on domestic violence in the United States are disturbing. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 10 men will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. Each year, domestic violence estimated to affect 10 million people in the United States. Yet for Black women, the numbers are even more stark. More than 40% of Black women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime, according to the Institute of Women's Policy Research's status of Black women in the United States. In comparison, 31% of all women will experience domestic violence. A report from the National Center for Victims of Crimes found that 53.8% of Black women had experienced psychological abuse, while 41% of Black women had experienced physical abuse. More disturbingly, Black women are 2.5 times more likely to be murdered by men than white women. 2.5 times more likely to be murdered. Listen to what it is that we're saying. 2.5 times more likely to be murdered. In the overwhelming majority of these cases, 92%, the person, and you know what, this has come from the blackburncenter.org. This is where this information has come from, blackburncenter.org. I actually called them and spoke with some people on the hotline, and I spoke with a very nice supervisor today who directed me on where I can get the most up-to-date information, and this right here is up-to-date. They are advocates for women. They're located in Philadelphia. If you need assistance in Philadelphia, contact the blackburncenter.org. They have a 24-hour hotline, and all you have to do is Google them, all right? So here we go. The person, okay, in the overwhelming majority of cases, 92%, the person who killed them knew their victim. 56% of these homicides were committed by a current or former intimate partner. Nearly all, 92% of these killings were intraracial, which means that they were committed by a Black man against a Black woman. With statistics like these, the Black Women's Health Project determined that domestic violence is the #1 health issue facing Black women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The violence against
Thank
women,
you.
Black women by
Thank
Black
you.
men
Thank you.
is the #1 health issue facing Black women.
Go ahead,
I want you
girl.
to just think about that.
Think about it.
When we start thinking about us being terrorized, what then can be done about the epidemic of violence facing Black women? All right, so they're talking about the root cause, culture, harmful gender norms, pay gap, other forms of inequality. Underlying causes are often more pronounced for Black women by taking on these issues directly. So this is deep. I also saw something else that I wanted you all to see, this right here. Now, according to Nyla says that every 6 hours a Black woman is murdered. I couldn't find those stats. So Nyla, I need you to send me those statistics, please, because these stats are outdated. This is 2015, right? As of 2015, let me make this a little bit larger for you all. Let me make this a little larger. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I think I'm in the wrong page. Let's see. I need to I have several monitors set up, and for some reason only the first monitor receives the input from touchscreen, so I have to move it to one other monitor in order to be able to, so like if I try to touch it over here, it like move this down here. It wasn't supposed to do that. So I'm trying to, let me just make it smaller, because I'm trying to what am I doing? I need to do it on this thing. Okay, here we go. All right, I think I got it now. All right, it's not on the right. Come on. All right, perfect. Now we got it. Okay. So I want you all to take a look at this, right? We're going to read this article because I think that this is so important, right? Salam did an article. I want you all to see the date, 2015. As of 2015, right? Listen. And it's crazy that they did these stats because I found it so hard to find the actual data, and then I found the data. So it says here that, all right. It says here, so the stats are every 19 hours, a Black woman is killed by a man. Every 21 hours, the Black woman is killed by a Black man. So I'm sorry, you can't see that. Let me move this over. In this country, every 21 hours, a Black woman is killed by a Black man. 92% of the time she knows her murderer. 56% of the time she is wife, ex-girlfriend, or girlfriend of her killer. The study does not account for ex-partners or ex-girlfriends, a fact which would surely make that percentage skew higher. In these incidents, the most common weapon used was a gun. At the top of the article, they open up the article talking about how once every 21 hours, a Black woman is a victim of fatal intraracial violence by a male perpetrator. When I was on this broadcast with this man that I cussed down to the ground the other day, You all were telling me some women had the nerve to come out and talk about how much they like that man, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I don't play abuse over here. When I start hearing stuff that, because this guy was trying to make light of the assault that Black women face. Every 19 hours, a Black woman is killed by a person who's most likely an intimate partner or an ex-husband. Every 21 of those hours, so between 19 and 21. So very few men of other races kill Black women. The majority of murders, the number one issue, as we saw, the number one threat for Black women
are Black men.
Health crisis, right? Black Americans make up 14% of the population, and yet of those 1,600 murders, 453 or 28% were Black women. We've got to do better than this. We've got to do better. And then we have this man sitting up here, chatting his mess.
My friend used to pay $163 for car insurance. Now look at how much he pays. $28. Most insurance companies.
Go forward in what it is that he was saying. Are you all here with me? Do you hear what I'm saying? If you hear what I'm saying, go ahead and throw up your number ones. If you hear you hear and feel what it is that I'm saying, go ahead and put up your number ones. Let's listen a little bit more to what it is that he has to say.
I call it the color purpling of the Black community. How many times do we hear that women out here dealing with all this abuse? I'm gonna do the show on abuse next week.
Do it.
I'm tired of hearing this bullcrap. I do not see women being abused. I don't see women. I don't see Black women being physically abused. Never really have. I'm gonna just say it. I never really have seen Black women being abused. In my entire life, I have known of one woman, and that was one of my mother's friends back in the 70s. One. And she and her husband, or she and her man, they would fight each other.
Okay. They would fight each other. He's minimizing it and attempting to pretend as if a person whose punch is hundreds of times per square inch more forceful than her punch is some sort of fight between them. So if she defends herself against her attacker, her number one threat, right, to her life, her health, and her safety, right? If she defends herself, then all of a sudden that is considered fighting each other. If you saw me punting a kid outside, are you going to be like, oh, her and the kid were fighting each other? No, you're going to talk about how I was attacking. Why is he attempting to skew this as some sort of, oh, well, you know, she was fighting him too. Not she was defending herself against him, or she was a victim of domestic violence that had the courage to try to stop her assault. No. Let's continue going forward. Let's continue.
One. Emotional abuse. I will tell you, the emotional abuse comes from women to men.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. You know what? Before I did this video, I had to look up at the DSM-5, right? Because he was basically talking about how the emotional abuse is women going to men. Let's take a look and see what the data actually says, right? So the data, when we go to the DSM-5 and we start looking at what makes a person a narcissist, right? And if you want, you can pause that, zoom in, read that. As a matter of fact, I'll make it larger for you. When we start talking about the personality disorder, this is from the DSM-4 and DSM-5 criteria for personality disorders for narcissistic personality disorder. And if you read this, you just take your time and just read through this, right? Pause it, go through it slow and read that in case you haven't before. The DSM-4 and 5 is the official guide, right? Okay, so when we start talking about which gender is doing what exactly, let's look at the statistics of what it is that exists out here in the public, right? This is also from the DSM. You see, when I come out and I'm bringing you data, I show you where you can research the data.
Exactly.
Ask him where he's researching this data that Black women are not really suffering from domestic violence. Where is his data coming from? This is
Exactly.
grotesquely irresponsible. It is negligent. It is flagrant. It is foul. Let's look at this. Let's take a look and see. All right. So when it comes to narcissistic personality disorder, and we look at, so let's jump over to this first. Let's jump here and take a look at what is it that we are trying to see here? Okay. When
No,
it comes to
it's her live, but
narcissistic
not now.
personality
Not
disorder, so
now.
we looked at this already. Let's look at this data right here. Let's look at this data. You see where the highlight is up here? All right, I want you to read this with me, okay? All right. All right. NPD, all right. All right, 7.7% greater in men, 4.8% in women. A high prevalence of NPD was found among Black men and women and Hispanic women, right? So when we start talking about narcissistic personality disorder, it skews in our community. And why? Go back to the Blackburn Center and read the data on why it exists and how racism and misogynoir. Do you see the misogynoir? You could read about misogynoir and those sorts of things on the Blackburn Center. Just Google. You saw the title of the thing, Black Women and Domestic Violence. Okay. Let's start looking at the data for
Y'all know I don't
how
play
this
play.
shows up,
I
right?
don't play play.
Grandiose sense of self-importance, 4.8% in females, 4.1% in men. Preoccupied with fantasies, 1% women, 1.4% men. Believes he or she is special/unique, 1.9% women, 2.8% men. Requires excessive admiration. So these are of the people with narcissistic personality disorder, right? Reading the characteristics that they experience. So of those who have narcissistic personality disorder, this is the percentage of women, this is the percentage of men, or how it shows up, right? Do you see down here? Let me show you the key. The keys are percentages, are weighted values. P values are adjusted for multiple testing using the Benjamin Hochberg procedure. And P values in bold are statistically significant. Okay? So let's continue. Let's continue, right? Let's continue. If you all are with me, throw some claps up on the screen because I want to see if you're following along with me, because I know reading data can be very boring. But if you're still with me, throw some claps up so that I know that I'm just not droning on and you all are hearing what I'm saying, right? So here we go. Sense of entitlement, 4% for the women, 6.8% for the men. So we're talking about almost twice the sense of entitlement. Interpersonally exploitative, 2.1% for the women, 3.4% for the men. Lack of empathy. I want you all to see this. Lack of empathy. What is the number for women? What is the number for men? 4.6% for the women, 9%. Double, about double. Lack of empathy. We're talking about empathizing with a person's plight, being able to feel their. So when we say that Black men are the white men, are the white people of the Black community, this is what we're talking about. The inability to be able to put yourself in another person's shoes and feel what it is that they're going through, empathize with them, to even sympathize with them, right? Being envious. Women came in higher, 4%, and then 3.2% for men. And this is as it relates to NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. Arrogant, haughty behaviors and attitudes. It was equal, 0.9 and 0.9 for men and women. The diagnosis, 4.8% women, 7.7% men. Listen. This is the data that exists out there. When people start speaking their stuff, what is he talking about? Where is he getting this information from that it's not really happening out there? Let's continue and listen to his video a little bit more.
Listen,
and then break
lady.
down the last parts of it.
All right, lady, listen.
Oh, I can't find my cursor. All right, I just found it.
I hate
Okay.
that.
Let's get this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue forward.
Yes.
Not men to women. And it's, I call it the
So
color
you heard
purpling
that,
of the Black
right?
community.
You heard that. So when he starts talking about emotional abuse, he's trying to set the stage for us to believe that it's really the poor men are the ones that are being first of all, domestic violence doesn't really exist against Black women, but it's the emotional abuse that men are facing. When the data shows us that not only are men more likely, here, let's turn the volume on because I want to hear that last part again.
Known of one woman, and that was one of my mother's friends back in the 70s. One, and she and her husband, or she and her man, they would fight each other. One.
Listen, here comes the emotional part.
Emotional abuse. I will tell you, the emotional abuse comes from women to men,
Really?
not men to women.
How many of you believe that? And why is he setting this up this way? Who do you think his targeted audience is? He is giving carte blanche. He is giving carte blanche for men to go out there and be like, look, this doesn't really exist. Shelters overflow. They can't find enough housing. I remember when I interviewed the I interviewed a shelter and domestic violence hotline in Nevada. They couldn't even take any more women and children because they were overflowed with women. It was so prevalent that women were being beat. And we're talking about the vast majority of women who are being beat don't even report it. But the ones who do report it, the number of houses and spacing in one state alone was overflowed. It was overflowed, right? Let's hear a little bit more.
Men. And it's, I call it the color purple.
Okay, so it's just going on and on and on, over and over and over again, where he is just talking and he's not providing any context. I imagine his targeted audience are the people who salivate, the people who feel, the crazy part about this. So there's this book called Why Does He Do That by Lundy Barcroft. As a matter of fact, I want you all to get that. Why does he do that, Barcroft? Let me see. I want you all to be able to get the book. Let me get the right page up. This is not showing the page. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I just have to connect because every time I go live, I have to always reconnect to the pages, right? This is the book right here. It's called Why Does He Do That? It is by Lundy Bancroft. That's his name, Lundy Bancroft. This book is so profound because you will learn why children who are in the home of mothers who are being assaulted, why they side with the father and also start assaulting the mother themselves. Because they too are convinced. They are convinced by the father's manipulation and they blame the mother for her own abuse. They're convinced by him, right? And so I can imagine that a person who is saying stuff like Kevin Samuels, that he has become identified with the abuser so that he feels justified in cursing a woman out, calling her all types of B's and all of these names and putting up slapping sounds. You know what? We're going to play a clip from Kevin Samuels where he is encouraging domestic violence. We're going to come back after this commercial break and we're going to talk with the studio audience. Are you tired of missing Tanya TKO's live videos? Arriving late when the video is well underway or about to end? Are you fatigued of only seeing a live video randomly while perusing YouTube and Facebook? Or worse, randomly unsubscribed? Well, now you can get a text notification whenever I go live. No longer are we dependent on the algorithm of these fickle platforms. For just $1.99 a month US and Canada or $4.99 a month international, you get a personalized text message 15 minutes before each live show. Now, you can show up early with the Text Squad, meet other people from all over the world, and get invited to secret broadcasts off platform. Most importantly, support your favorite independent creator. Go to TanyaTKO.com and click on text. Join the TKO Tech Squad today. For just $1.99 a month US and Canada, $22 a year if you pay in advance, $4.99 a month international, $50 a year if you pay in advance. You'll never again be tardy to the party. I'll see you on the next broadcast. TanyaTKO.com/text. Can you tell me the reason? But it did, and here it is. We have it back now. All right. So, Opa, come forward. Listen. You know what? I used to be really hard on myself with the technical issues, but that's fine. I'm forgiving myself, because I'm not going to be over here all stressed out. I'm my harshest critic. So, Tanya, I forgive you for the technical support issues. Do you? Thank you. You're the best. All right. Wonderful. We good. All right. Come forward, Opa.
Girl, we gotta love on ourselves, trust me. So you know what, we gotta take it with some grace and ease. The energy, yes, is heavy over here. I can speak for myself because the topic is very heavy.
Before they get on the topic, I had to break up with my fake on screen man. I had to break up. But I always saw it in him. But he still was my man. But I had to break up with him. And I need for you guys to listen carefully to what he had to say. So while this chick is treating us, grooming us to be good women to get abused, that's what she should be talking about. Them are real issues. Catering to a man's ego is not an issue. If one woman won't do it, then the next one. But the real issue is all the abuse from women to children. All the abuse. But then you don't want to stop the abuse in the community. Ms. Rod, you and boss said, y'all better get back in the daggone bed. Get back in the bed, daggit. Go back to bed. Now, as I was saying, she sit there. We don't have time to be talking about saving men egos to make them know that they men, which they should already know that they are men. Or whatever they are, they should know whatever they are. We shouldn't have to help you come to that conclusion. But then y'all the same people gonna make a video about women that's out of control, about women that fight and make themselves. That's why I look at a woman that fight a lot. Maybe that's all she knows. Maybe that is all she knows. No, regardless, you tell her to some men too. That's why them jails are filled. Them jails are filled up. And maybe if you didn't tell the women that they couldn't think for you and the man was so much better for you, a lot of them men would not be in jail if they wasn't listening to their homies and were listening to their women. But y'all preach that y'all above us. That's what y'all preach. Ms. Ryan, I'm going to have to show you who I had to divorce. I divorced him immediately. We was divorced. But here we go. Then we'll get back to their panel. But it broke my heart, but he had to go. You won't believe who I had to divorce, Ms. Ryan. But let's go. I had to divorce my boo. I had to divorce my boo. I had to divorce my boo. Everybody knows I loves this man. I used to love this man. I used to love this man. But I want y'all to get a look into his mental. Get a good look into his mental. And I could tell. I knew he was no good. I knew he wasn't, don't you know, no good. But here we go. Let's get into his mental.
I was a little bit concerned by what I read.
I
Hearing
read
you
it too,
say
girl.
it had a different feel.
I read it and I heard it the same way you read it and you heard it, but let's go. Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing this video because I want to get your take and your point of view on it. So welcome in, everybody. Let's get this party started. Let's cue the intro. That you don't want to be here. Another way is to continue to, a person gets into a new relationship and then all of a sudden they had an arranged marriage, and the woman decided that she was going to stay with this man. I already see some of the comments coming in. I'll put some up on the screen momentarily, right? Oh my God. If you want to safely worship Black men, this isn't the platform for you. If you want to sit comfortably by and not question, this isn't the channel for you. If you like diving into ideas and exploring, if you like asking questions and answering those questions about yourself, this is the perfect place for you. You have found your tribe if you are an intellectual, a sapiophile, sapiosexual. If you are the type of person who likes to think very deeply and likes to dive into ideas, if you're one of the type of people that folks have said, oh, you think too much in the past, this is the perfect place for you, because we dive in all in and out of ideas here. So let's continue going forward. We're going to play the audio again, and then I have some video clips that I want to show you.
Sabrina and I both have, strong personalities, and typically it's Sabrina who comes and says, hey, listen, man, I don't want to fight, but I've been better at it recently. But what happens is when I do it, I get nothing back.
All right, so I want you to pay very close attention to that. He says typically it's his wife who comes to him and is the one trying to make up. He says this is typical, right? That's number one. Then he says when he goes to her to try to make up, that he gets the cold shoulder, so to speak, right? So there is something going on with the way that these fights are going on, that when he comes to her to try to make up, that she doesn't, the type of person who likes to end an argument early, he's doing something in that relationship that is so egregious that when he goes to her to apologize, she does not want to hear any of it. She doesn't want to have any of it. And we all know what it's like when people apologize, and it just continues to perpetuate. Let's continue going forward.
Nothing. When she does it, I go, okay, thanks, baby. Listen, da da da. And I do it for her. She's like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I thought I was doing, Anyway.
Now here comes the part I want you to take.
Your partner says something.
This is the part I want you to take very special attention to. So basically,
and this why we got divorced.
Is they invite couples on and ask other couples questions, and this is the podcast.
And this is when I divorced him, right here.
So they had this Muslim couple on that they had an arranged marriage, and the woman decided that she was going to stay with this man no matter what, and it actually worked out in their favor. Their families were family friends and stuff like that. Their families were friends of one another, and then the daughter and the son got married, and they have been together for 20 plus years or whatnot, but they're still very young because they got married at like 19, right? So they would have disagreements and they would stick it through. So now Idris is getting ready to come in and give his information about how he has behaved in his and Sabrina's relationship. And I want you to listen very carefully.
Yeah, listen. And I had a divorce of Tanya, you don't know. I knew in his face. I knew it. First, I knew he was an earth sign. And then it just clicked he was a plain old Virgo. I knew these things, but I still loved that man until to find out he was just like the rest of them. A T.
To what it is that he says. And then I'm going to ask you the orbitals, and then we're going to dive into the true topic of today's video. Let's go. Let's go back just a little bit and keep playing.
You know, your partner says something that is scary.
Hold on. Let's go back a little bit.
You know, your partner says something that is scary. You're witnessing things that you don't quite understand. I know, like Sabrina and I, early in our relationship, you know, I was very stressed. I would have these massive anger tantrums, which were like, and she was like, "Oh, who are you?" And
you hear that shit?
Let's talk about that part.
Did you hear that?
He's asking about when your partner does something that's very scary, that you don't understand, and his behavior was so egregious that the woman who was dating him or married to him would say, "Who are you?" Not even recognize the person that she
He's
is,
a narcissist.
Right? Not only that, listen to what it is that he says. Why did he have these quote unquote tantrums or outbursts? Why did he have them?
My ex-husband is a that was not behavior. Then he tries to justify it. Then you want to see the love bombing. Oh, you could tell his temper. You could tell when he played the movies, certain movies. It wasn't hard for him to play. It wasn't hard for him to play. No, he ain't none of that. Hold up now, Ms. Rye. He ain't none of that. He probably scared them away too, shit. But that man got a temper, very bad temper. You know, he scared them away too. Shoot.
And it actually worked out in their favor. Their families were family friends and stuff like that. Their families were friends of one another. And then the daughter and the son got married, and they have been together for 20 plus years or whatnot, but they're still very young because they got married at like 19, right? So they would have disagreements and they would stick it through. So now Idris is getting ready to come in and give his information about how he has behaved in his and Sabrina's relationship. And I want you to listen very carefully to what it is that he says. And then I'm going to ask you the orbitals, and then we're going to dive into the true topic of today's video. Let's go. Let's go back just a little bit and keep playing.
You know, your partner says something that is scary.
Hold on. Let's go back a little bit.
You know, your partner says something that is scary. You're witnessing things that you don't quite understand. I know, like Sabrina and I, early in our relationship, you know, I was very stressed. I would have these massive anger tantrums, which were like, and she was like, "Oh, who are you?" And
okay, let's talk about that part first. He's asking about when your partner does something that's very scary, that you don't understand, and his behavior was so egregious that the woman who was dating him or married to him would say, "Who are you?" Not even recognize the person that she's there with, right? Not only that, listen to what it is that he says. Why did he have these quote unquote tantrums or outbursts? Why did he have them in his point of view? Why? What did he say was the reason, right? I'm going to wait for some of your comments. I want to see what you all are saying.
I like to see what y'all got to say too.
Like I said, there's a little bit of
what y'all got to say,
right? So I'm just going to, somebody's asking, why don't I make positive videos about Black men? Do you see me making quote unquote positive videos about anybody? This is not the channel for that. This is the channel for self-reflection. If you want one of those motivational channels, there's many of those out there. This is not one of those playing a trumpet and this is a channel for you to self-reflect. Don't get invited to the block party here today, because if you're expecting that, whatever you're talking about, that's not going to work over here. Okay, anger tantrums, but why? Why did he say Why did he say he was having them? Why? I'm looking for the answer of why. Ah, thank you. There we go. Miss Mean Jeans 77.
He was stressed.
He was stressed. So he's blaming the anger tantrums on quote unquote stress. And this is what I want a lot of us to pay attention to. He decided to have those tantrums out of choice. It was a choice for him to behave that way. He chose to let it go, to let it out. There's this book by Lundy Barcroft called Why Does He Do That? Remind me a little later in the show. I'll pull up a thumbnail of it so that you can look for it wherever you buy books from, right? In the book, Lundy Barcroft, who's a psychologist, he has dedicated his life and career to exposing abusive men, right, and their tactics, etc. And some people don't realize that they're abusive. So when I first read the words of the soundbite for this, I was like, well, what has he done? What assistance? Because our behaviors are patterns, right? There are things that we do that are part of our programming. What has he done to shift his programming in order to do things a little bit differently? That's what I want to know. If he felt that it was okay to behave in a way that was scary, even in his own words, right? And in a way that his partner did not recognize him, and in a way that when he came to apologize, that she would not, even the person who would always be first to apologize, when he came to her to apologize, she shut down from whatever it is that was going on in the arguments. I'm going to rewind that a little bit for you all so that we can hear it again. And thank you. What does he mean by tantrum? A child, when you think of tantrum, what do you think? You think of a child, 3 to 5. And if you do research on why children have tantrums when they are frustrated from not really having good command of the English language, not being able to express themselves to their parents, not being able to discuss and emote why they're frustrated, or they haven't had a nap and they don't have good control of their faculties. But a grown man saying that he's having a tantrum, this reminds me of that movie, Sleeping with the Enemy. I'll never forget, because I was very, very young when I saw the movie. I saw Sleeping with the Enemy with Julia Roberts and the person she played opposite to. She had just married this wonderful man who had swept her off her feet, and he beat her down, right? I think there was like the cabinet was not lined up correctly, and he beat her down. What was it that he said when he came back in from being out on the town? Because she was like, she woke up the next day and was like, oh my God, what the HE double hockey sticks happened? When he came back in, what was it that he said? I'll give you all a few moments to answer that. But there's a little bit of a delay, so I'll answer. He said, he brought her a little gift or something. He was like, as a way to make up from our argument, right? That's what he called it. He called it an argument. And Julia Roberts' character was like, what the F? That was an argument, right? And so when Idris says, I would have these temper tantrums with the word scary, his wife didn't recognize him. What exactly was taking place during these quote unquote tantrums? Let's rewind just a little tiny bit so that you all can hear. Yeah.
I'm like, what? I thought I was doing,
And then here we go to the next segment.
Your partner says something that is scary. You're witnessing things that you don't quite understand. I know, like Sabrina and I, early in our relationship, I was very stressed. I would have these massive anger tantrums, which were like, and she was like, who are you? And I was always the first to say, hey, if you're not happy, just leave,
that shit.
Kind of like a male instinct, I don't know. And
if you ain't happy, just leave.
What was it about your relationship at a young age that made you dig into the commitment?
You ain't happy,
I'm hoping
leave.
Listeners might say, wow, I'm at that junction right now. I'm going through stuff and I've learned something new and I don't know how to deal with it. And the easiest route is to leave. But you say, Sabrina and I both.
Okay. What did you hear?
What did I hear?
He used to tell her
Must
what?
be the money.
This is a new. These are newlyweds, and he would tell her what? If you don't like it, what? So she's in this relationship, in this marriage, in this whatever it was, and he just ups and says, but then listen, the part that is standing out to me, right? The part that's standing out to me is the fact that there was no accountability. Oh, I would tell her to leave, not because of his own brokenness, right? Not because he has pathological behaviors that need to be shifted, readjusted, or healed, not because of that, but because he was a man. It's just a male instinct to say to leave. No, that's emotionally abusive. That is emotionally abusive. There were some people when we had the 15-minute countdown to come into the video who were like, "Oh, I don't know if that's really considered abuse." No. That is emotional abuse. You're in a relationship with a person who is constantly who is behaving in a manner that is frightening to you. And when you're like, who is this person that I'm in this situation, in this marriage, in this relationship with? And they're like, well, if you don't like it, get the F out. Because one of the things that this is the version that he is saying publicly. It makes us wonder, what does it look like privately? This is the public version. The public version is, I had these tantrums. I would tell her to get out, leave if she didn't like it. It was a male instinct. I was stressed. No personal accountability. And you know what? Listen, because I know Idris is going to see this video, right? Sir, you wanted a podcast. You want to welcome into the world of content creating. Part of content creating is creators or audience who see and hear what it is that you're saying, and they have a reaction to it. And I understand that you're an actor and have ways to kind of shift and kind of mask who it is. But listen, speak enough, speak long enough, and we will hear. Because I started listening to exactly what you were saying when you allowed your wife to catch COVID from you. And let me play a little bit of that, because I want you all to see and hear what it is that I heard. You know what? As a matter of fact, before we jump into that, let's read the apples, and then we're going to jump into his video. I take this very seriously because I'm a self-love specialist, and allowing people to emotionally, mentally, physically abuse you, not only does the emotional and mental abuse begin to deteriorate your esteem, right? Not only is your relationship an act of self-abuse, but you go further and further down. You can start out with these holes in your personality. With these holes in your esteem. We're going to play a video from K Michelle. We're going to play the video from the pandemic, and then I found a nice little gem for you all that I want you all to take a look at. Right? So let's get these apples up. I'm refreshing the screen and it's not it's finally refreshed. Right? So here we go. You ready? What is that? What's that? So Idris had caught COVID, right? Idris caught COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, you know what? We're going to come back to this video. Let's come back to this video real quick. I want to play another video.
And she caught it right after him.
I want to play this video.
I won't leave you. Mm-hmm.
Because this video, I felt, okay, here. This was, you know what? We're going to jump around in this a little bit. Let's see.
You've been tested?
I've been tested. Actually, I found out this morning, Oprah, that I tested positive. So, I'm not surprised. As soon as I heard that Idris was potentially exposed, I was on my way anyways. and I wanted to be with him. I think that's an instinct as a wife. You just want to go and take care. And, you know, we didn't change the way we interact. I could have made a decision to put myself maybe in a separate room or stay away. And I'm sure that people.
So for those who didn't catch that, Idris Elba, he got diagnosed with the coronavirus probably like a week ago or something like that. And his lady, his wife, should I say, she decided she wanted to quarantine with him instead of getting a whole other house or just staying away from him. And now she also has coronavirus. And I looked in the comments, I saw hella people talking about how crazy she is. They think it's fake now because she seems so upbeat and happy, but they think she's crazy for not quarantining away from him. So let me say this. That woman ain't crazy. That woman is committed. that wife is committed. Now, I will say this. I do think she's taken Till Death Do We Part to a whole new level of, you know, if there's even a slight chance you headed toward death without me, motherfucker, I'm packing my bags and I'm coming too. Now, with that being said, side note, I wish them both a speedy recovery. I wish them a long life and everybody else afflicted with the virus. But this whole topic of quarantining and being in a real relationship, that's made me see something, man.
Do y'all notice that the same thing, like with Kelly Price, it's the ones, it's like the being that they're the money, they the ones with the deeper pockets, like they're the ones with the money. Their spouse, the one with no money, will run. And I'm like, now that person did not have no money, no stardom, no fame, no nothing. Would you still be in the same house or the same room as somebody who has COVID? I mean, shucks, who has a Rona at that time? Who has the tenderoni at that time? We ain't talking about now. I'm talking about then when it was first going rampant. Would you be under them? So when they get better, they really think, hey, yo, I got a good one. I looked up and got a good one. Yeah. When they had that tenderoni, I stayed right with them and caught the tenderoni too. Now that's love. But you will hear that a lot of the famous people getting the tenderoni. Why they got to argue out here in all these different languages? I don't even know what language this is. You can't even be nosy. Gosh. It's not English. It's not Spanish. What language is this? If you're going to do all this yelling and stuff, I can't be nosy because you're speaking in a whole another language. Me, I got to go downstairs and like, can you speak English, please? I would like to hear this argument. Thank you. Let's go. Now I'm going to go down there right now. I'm serious. I'm ready to leave, but someone's speaking English because I need to know what you're arguing about.
Didn't notice before. A lot of people can't relate to even just being in the same space with the person they chose to be in a relationship with for this long. Like, it's making a lot of people struggle, and it's exposing the fact that a lot of people don't know what it's like to be in a real relationship because they're so used to tolerationships. Like where you're so busy, your life got you here, your life got you there, it occupies your time so much, you only have to really tolerate the person that you say you're in a relationship with for 1 or 2% of your whole life. Just when you want sex, just when you get super.
Mercy, God. I'm irritated. I get irritated by Jackson, right? And the reason why I decided to cut through and play this video right now is because this is a flash to the past. You remember, this is Jackson 2020 before the expose of all the women that he was philandering around with his street meat. Right? Derek Street Meat Jackson, philanderer. You hear his rationale. So I just want to tell you all this because somebody put up the comment about empath. Listen, I'm a very intuitive woman, like my mother and her mother before her. Right? We have the ability to be able to feel a person's energy and be able to avoid the effery. Right, so that was an edited video that had a lot of information in it. Let's continue. Let's go back to the Idris. Let's go back to the Idris clip, and let me just set this up for you so that you can understand what exactly was going on in the video. Right. Go ahead and like and thumbs up the video. Go ahead and send your apples through, and we will check those in just a moment. Hey, Arwa. All right. So let me rewind this just a little bit.
Clarification. Sabrina wanted to be by my side. As much as we talked about her not coming to where I am,
She was already on the way. She was in the on flight when he found out that he has COVID. So she was already on her way there. And he's like, oh, well, don't come, but she's on a flight. What would a responsible man do? What would a responsible man do? If your wife, your young wife who you just got married to, right? If she's on her way to you and you found out that you have this new disease that nobody knows about, what are the you don't know whether or not she's going to get sick, have long-term sickness, you don't know. He has a child already. And then we're gonna play K. Michelle's video so that you find out how he got that child, right? So this baby daddy here, right, has a child with another woman. He is ill, or he has this virus. His young wife is coming to visit where he is because he's working on some movie. What would a responsible man who wants to protect his wife do? So she's like, I want to be where you are. What would a responsible man do? Somebody says, get a separate room, book her a hotel, rent another room, or send her back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's like, what are we not getting? It's like you get angry at me for speaking, but what does self-love look like in this situation? Self-love looks like what it is that the standard, the boundaries that you set for yourself and the boundaries that you align yourself with. Many of us think so lowly of men. Like people are like, Tanya, you hate, no. How can I hate? I don't hate men. I have expectations of men. And when they do not meet that bare minimum, God damn. You all are talking about this situation with Chance and Tabitha, that he supported her while she was following her. The man was a father. He had a child already. Was he not supposed to work? Not only that, look, I need to do another video on that. For those of you who have the video that where she talks about having paid Chance's child support, and the video where she talked about how she was driving Uber to be able to make money for them. Come on now. When I talk, listen, a responsible man who cares for his wife and wants to protect his wife would not allow his wife to be in the vicinity with him. No matter how much, like he's supposed to be the leader of this relationship, no matter how much she does protest, no matter how much. How do you let a woman who you care about? This is when I lost respect for Idris. And listen, I'm just telling you plainly. When I heard this, I felt nothing else for you.
I know,
when
girl.
I found out how you didn't protect your wife in this COVID situation, listen, I know, listen, a lot of people that we know have caught COVID now at this point and still have residual lung damage, empty-mindedness, absenteeness, difficulty breathing as a result. Come on. There's people who's still clotting up and all types of stuff. How do you allow your wife, who you are there to protect and provide for, how do you allow her to be in the same space as you? And for those of you who want to call me bitter and all, this is the channel for you. We think deeply on this channel. We think deeply.
Hey, Blanche, creeping up in here.
Because I want you to hear for real what it is that he says.
Creeping in here.
She did. I wanted to. And I
look at his face. This irritates me to my core. Look his face. Does he look upset that she came and caught COVID? No. And then what does he say? Let's play the statement for you. Let's play the statement.
Wanted to be by my side. As much as we talked about her not coming to where I am, she did. I wanted to. And I love her even more for it. And I would do the same for her. So
this is the part that truly just grates my gears. I don't know how many of you out there drive stick shift, right? But what happens when you go and you try to put the gear in the wrong spot? This is the part that grates my gears. He loves her even more for endangering her life to quote unquote be by his side. You're married to a person. You're acting in a scary way, frightening them, telling them over and over that they can leave. It sounds like she was put in a position where she had to constantly try to earn his love and affection. So that when she put her life on the line, now he loves her even more.
Child, I try to tell you.
Now, I mean, this is your wife. You say you love your wife more because she endanger herself. Is you mad, man?
Mad. You know?
So that she is here
now you know.
In this relationship with an obvious economic disparity. He earns so much more money than she does. He's so much older. This man is nearly 20 years older than her. Have you seen pictures of them together? Let me see if I can find a picture of them together. Because when I first saw them, I was like, oh, Idris is with his daughter. And then I was like, wait a minute, dog on the Because listen, she looks young. I think she looks young for her age, and he looks old for his. So imagine. So he's with his preference, right? He's with his preference. He's telling her she could get out whenever they have some issues. He has so much more money than her. And I mean, it's like, and no woman wants to, let's see which screen should we use for this. Let's get this screen up, right? So that we can take a look. Right. So you can see. So this is his wife, right? This is his wife. This was the announcement. And I was like, oh, his daughter is there. Little did we know. Listen, women want to be married so badly and so desperately that you start threatening them with breaking up with them, and they start feeling, like, I think this was the video where I was like, oh, look at his daughter back there. Oh, she's there with her pop. And then they was like, oh, the wife. I said, oh, my Lord. I said, what this, y'all? That's so
Trauma
bonding. You know what? That's how they like it, right?
Well, that's not really trauma
bonding. They don't let the fruit. They don't let the fruit get ripe enough on the tree. They want to pluck it before it even has a chance to really to start to live. And there's so many reasons. So nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, we are happy for them, and I wish them the best. But from what it is that I'm hearing, homegirl is in trouble. And she's a beautiful young. She's Somali, I believe, born and raised in Canada. Or I know she was raised in Canada, but she's Somali. She is Muslim, and she is, I believe, at this time 29, which means when they met, she was like 26. And
I know, girl.
Whatever. Let's get back to his video. No, you know what? I think we've played enough.
No,
he loves her even more. Let's get into some K. Michelle. Let's talk about his first baby. Let's talk about his first baby.
That's not his first
K.
baby.
Michelle in the house. She did an interview with Hollywood Unlocked, right? And so, let me get my here we go. Okay. So she did a video with Hollywood Unlocked where she talked about her and Idris's early relationship. Let's see.
Say, you fuck with him. I gave him your number.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's telling a story of how. So you know what? Let's go back just a little bit.
No.
He approached her backstage and was like, "Hey, Michelle, you're beautiful." Right? And she decided to make some snap on his clothes and stuff like that. And then he went and dedicated a song to her, Can't Trust a Big Butt and a Smile, on the dance floor, right? He didn't ask her for her number. Look at how he got her number. And we're going to talk about the cycles of control, right? Here we go. Let's go back just a little bit here and see if we can hear.
That was not a good look.
No. Yep.
So Idris. So you said you trying to fuck on me with this whack ass accent, these tight ass pants. So then what happened?
He did the sweetest thing ever at the Soul Train Award. Flavor Flav was DJing, and he dedicated to me. He was like, this song was dedicated to K. Michelle. It was like, never trust a big butt and a smile. And I was going off. I remember having a cell phone, and I was fighting with J.R. Smith's girlfriend. And I'm winning.
Wait, now were you dating him too?
Yeah. You know, I was the first dude. I thought I was popping. I had this, basketball player. I love me some J.R. Smith.
Good looking too.
Yeah, I love it. And I'm like, so I didn't give him my number.
Okay.
My bodyguard said, nigga, you can fuck with him. I gave him your number.
Really?
Yeah. So he texted me and said, I'm going to this party. I said, I'm going too. So I went, but I went with Wale.
Mm-hmm.
But we and Wale like brother, sister.
Yeah.
So he sent me a text like, ouch, but not out. I said, what the fuck is that?
Because he thought you were with Wale.
Yeah, I was like, speaking English. What is that? And he was like, oh, you was there with Wale, whatever. And I was like, no, that was my friend. That was my friend. So he came to LA. I came to LA. We both were going to LA the next day. And that was just history.
And so did you all date?
Yeah, like we weren't like, this is my boyfriend. We didn't hide though. People thought it was such an odd situation. We would go out. We got kicked out comedy clubs for him heckling.
But you talked about the relationship.
Heckling.
I can talk about it.
He's a heckler too.
I wanted him to know that
he's a heckler too.
Wasn't trying to pull anything. I never wanted to be that girl.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody around me knew. His management, my management, when he took the baby mama, I later found out about, he took her to the carpet. They was trying to calm me down. I was tweeting little stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I didn't know that that woman was pregnant and around him in the UK. He was so charming. It was like a movie. Like
with the girl that he had got pregnant.
Yeah.
But you didn't know about her?
No.
You know the funniest story I've never told? So Claudia Jordan called me one day and she said,
So he's going to tell a story right now. Let's skip over that.
I'm to find out. He was,
yes, you know.
Hold on.
That's kind of like his thing, I guess.
You know.
Okay, so here he's telling a story about how he ended up at a party with Idris while he was dating K. Michelle, and he was there with another woman. Listen.
I want us to all be low key.
So okay, let me rewind that part just a little bit so that you all can see. I'm taking the video off because we don't want to get in copyright issues. Okay? But there, I just want you to see his face, see if you believe him, right? And I want you to see her face. So let me bring it back up real quick.
And I said, okay. And she said, we're going to go out and we're going to hang with somebody, but you got to be real low key. I said, okay, not a problem. This was years ago. This was like years ago. So we pop up and Idris is there. I'm like, oh shit. And he said, I want us to all be low key, no paparazzi. So I'm thinking, okay, you on some celebrity shit, you want a paparazzi. Okay, whatever. So there ended up being a big altercation at our table that created TMZ coming, but come to find out, he was with a girl then too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Serial philanderer, right? Serial philanderer.
Narcissistic. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like his thing, I guess.
You know, he told me.
What?
He would never be committed to one woman.
Hmm.
And he said, I would be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
I would be fine. But he would never commit to one woman.
He was upfront about that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But now he's engaged, right?
Yeah, so you know me. I'm like, damn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? All right, you had some shit I didn't have. You had some sauce. You know, men are different with different women.
Why is that?
Because somebody, that wasn't supposed to be my man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I learned out of every relationship I've been in or dated, I learned the most from him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a volatile, angry. It was, he didn't bring out a real cursing him out. He was a gentleman.
He's real low key,
Listen,
real nice.
sorry, pull that back. So this young lady here is very rah-rah. You can see that I heard that she was on like one of those reality wife or reality girlfriend shows, like Loving Hip Hop or something like that, right? I'm not sure. Or Loving Basketball, one of those type of shows. So you see, she's real rah-rah. She even says different men are different with different women.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh, I missed out or whatnot. Let's continue. Yeah. Right.
Oh, wow. But now he's engaged, right?
Yeah, so you know me. I'm like, damn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? All right, you had some shit I didn't have. You had some sauce. You know, men are different with different women.
Why is that?
Because somebody, that wasn't supposed to be my man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I learned out of every relationship I've been in or dated, I learned the most from him. It wasn't a volatile, angry. It was, he didn't bring out a real cursing.
Because he wasn't
cursing
around.
him out. He was a gentleman.
He's real low key, real nice.
No, he
Very
was passed around.
All right, so let's continue. You heard all of that. With her, there was no, do you believe her when she said that there was no like rah-rah, there was no verbal violence and stuff like that in the relationship? So when he was with this firecracker of a woman, I see some of you making comments about how she's crazy and all this other stuff. I think her voice is so cute and she looks super pretty in this video. I don't know her. So I don't know what you have against her. I think she looks super pretty, and I love the lines and the sleekness. She just looks really super cute to me, you know. So I have a theory, and I want to see if you all have a similar theory. You know, I want to see if you. What's that? Oh! Abuse, cycles of control and stuff like that. There are surveys that you can take to see whether or not you are actually being abused. Some people who are being abused don't realize it, because you know what, there was a video that I had done, and the person that I was speaking with in the video was emotionally abusive, right? Using tactics that this person had learned from their mother, right? And their mother had taught them how to try to garner sympathy and pity with blame, and then attempt to use tears and sadness to contort and control the interaction. Now, there were a lot of people who saw this and was like, oh, this person, meano, Tanya, meanie, what are you doing, meanie, right? And I kept my mouth shut. I had a conversation, you know, offline. However, people aren't always able to tell what abuse looks like. People think abuse is talking loud and all this. No. And people think thugs are abusive. Oh, you're gonna get beat up, you get with a thug. No, actually, some of the most violent men are men that are the sweetest. You would never imagine.
Exactly.
Like all of those people that you see and you're like, oh, that dude must be. No. It's the ones that you would never tell. And there's so many people who are in, like, you look,
but I love her.
There's a lot of people commenting on this video, right? Right now there's 1,500 people on YouTube, 500 on Facebook, 1 on Twitter, Periscope, and we don't see the stats for LinkedIn. There are some people commenting whose partners are verbally assaulting them, emotionally controlling them, hitting them upside the head when they feel like it, breaking their stuff, hiding their stuff, destroying their stuff. Like in the book with Lundy Barcroft, he talks about how, you know, men get all out of control and start breaking up things inside the house. But if you really pay attention, they're not breaking up their stuff. They're breaking up your stuff. They have control enough to be able to live normal lives and to convince everyone that they're these grand people, but then behind the scenes, they are wreaking havoc. And there are many people who are so desperate to not prove other people right, so desperate to hold up an image or a facade, that they go along because they don't want the criticism or the I told you so's, or they don't want to prove their mother or sister right, et cetera, right? And so somebody just said, I didn't know, I just thought I just kept making him mad. This is what I'm saying. This is why we have to hold people accountable for their choice. They make the choice to act out. At some point, they give themselves permission to wild out. Notice how they are not getting, they know how to control themselves in normal society each and every day. However, when it comes to you, they give themselves permission. What do you think would have happened if he would have tried to cuss out K. Michelle? You think it would have gone down like that over there? But you've seen his wife with her little mousy demeanor, and we could play a video of Idris and his wife. We could play a video of her. Let's see if we can find Idris and wife. Let's see if we can find a video, right? Let's see if we can. I want you all to see her talking. Oh, they just have videos on the red carpets that's trying to make it seem like she's living this Hollywood starlet life. I'm just gonna do COVID because they did videos together during COVID, right? Let's see if we could find one of those videos. Okay, let's see if this is one. I just want you to just get a sense for her mousy demeanor. Right now, they're not showing it here. Let me go back and try to find another video. Let me look on YouTube. Let me look on YouTube for it. Oh, this is a video I haven't seen.
What's up, global citizens? It's Idris.
All right, let's take a look. This is so sad, y'all. This is so sad. All right. Oh, I have to fix up my thing. Here we go. Let me fix it now, as a matter of fact, while I'm here. Okay. Okay, so all made up, looking pretty and cute, and it would be the envy of the town. But what she's dealing with behind the scenes, none of us know.
Sabrina, listen, there's a story that I want to tell you about this woman called Italica Flu.
I want to hear. Oh, so you're not gonna let her speak? You're just gonna have her just standing there in the video? Let the gal speak. Okay, I see her mouth moving.
To healthcare workers all around the world.
She's reading something. Let's try to find another video. Let me because I had one up. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me just go to my history real quick and just pull up because I had a bunch of links and I had to decide which one I was going to play for you.
These people didn't get accountable.
Idris says he self-isolated as soon as he was diagnosed.
Oh my gracious goodness! Just take my word for it. There's a part of one of these videos where she's like, "Look at him! Wouldn't you want to be with this?"
I know. I done punched on her face. Now, this is what they want us to do, right? This is what they want from us. I was trying to find her complete video, but I couldn't find it. But this is what they want from us women. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. But this is where they want us. Okay, guys? Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
Few days have been so hard for me. Because, like, you know how men say that women have toxic feminism, and like you'll get to a certain age and like no one will want to marry you and no one will love you. Like, I feel like I've gotten to that point, guys. Like, I was so hung on to this feminism thing, and I missed out on marriage and on children. And now, like, I'm at a point in my life where, like, I'm so bitter. I'm so jealous of people who have marriages because they're so happy and their husbands don't even cheat on them. And, like, men are just the best.
Is this the saddest issue ever? So come on, guys, give me some feedback here. Isn't this the saddest issue seen in a while? This is the pressure that they're putting on women because she wanted something out of life. Now she don't want to be feminist no more. Marry me. Can y'all believe this? Isn't this dope? She almost made me cry. Honey, I'm gonna find you a husband. Cause you know y'all be doing the bomb makeup. Y'all, I'm gonna get your girls together. You gonna get the bomb makeup done. I'm gonna go get you. Isn't that something? Isn't that? Thank you guys for the input. Cause you know y'all are my audience. I can't be talking to myself all the time. But the way she said, and my friends are married. And their husband's not cheating. Honey, you don't know if their husbands is not cheating. But where you at? I can't find me one. But I'm damn sure gonna find you one. I'm gonna definitely find you one. I'm gonna find you one. That is cray-cray. That is cray-cray. Hatchemu, her voice and energy was so, yeah. That's what I was saying, truly. That's why I said, hold up. It's too sad now. Hold up now. But this is where they trying to get us to rock bottom. You see, when you know you got that PP, that ussy power, when you got that PP, all that shit go out the window. When you got that PP, I don't care what you look like. When you got that ussy power, baby, I'm gonna find you one too. No. You wasn't crying like her. And you got kids and grandkids. She ain't got nobody. But this is what they're pushing to these women. Baby, you still young. You still beautiful. You got a whole life ahead of you. And why are you covering your eye like that? Be the best you. And go get that man. That's why I like being American, God damn it. I love being American. Yes, you can do all of that, Blanche. Oh, God. That's right. She better get them tears out, damn it. But I'm saying this is what they're trying to do to us. They're trying to get us to submission so bad. So in fact, they'll blackball some women. Then girl, go someplace else. Go someplace else. Stop listening to these women talk about by 18, you should have 3 kids and all that bullshit. I don't know all them damn children. And sometimes children is just wasn't in your plate. Sometimes being married wasn't in your plate. You don't know what God got planned for you. But I got to hear this again. She breaks my heart. They broke my girl down like that. They broke her down for wanting to be smart. But they're going to need you later. They're going to need you later, girlfriend. Now, everybody go and get your Kleenex, okay? Go get your Kleenex. Here we go.
I just came to like a realization these past few days have been so hard for me. Because like, you know how men say that women have toxic feminism and like you'll get to a certain age and like no one will want to marry you and no one will love you. Like, oh, I feel like I've gotten to that point, guys. Like I was so hung on to this feminism thing and I missed out on marriage and on children.
How did you miss out on it, baby?
And now like I'm at a point in my life where like I'm so bitter. I'm so jealous of people who have marriages because they're so happy and their husbands don't even cheat on them.
Yes, they do.
And like men are just the best. You know, like right now is when I'm realizing like I can't do without them.
Yeah, you could.
And right now I'm like, I don't care like if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly, I don't care by the way. As long as you're a man and you're breathing, like that's the only qualification I need because I'm just so desperate for a husband. And there's a lot of pressure around me. You can deal.
Oh, damn, Jada.
And propose, I swear I'll be here.
Oh, shit, I can't watch this. Damn, Jada. Damn, Jada. Damn, Jada. Ooh. Y'all set me up. Y'all made me watch this. This I'll give you good, bad, ugly, small, money, broke. I don't care. I just want a man. Oh, God. If somebody ever hear me say that, take me out of my misery, please. Do y'all hear me? I give you guys permission. If you hear me say something like that, take me out of my misery. God, my heart go out to her. She better not be faking either. She better not be faking. Damn, Jada. Yo, y'all men did that to her. That's funked up. That's funked up. That is funked up to the. Oh Lordy. Woo, hold on. Y'all gonna hear a little noise. I gotta cut my AC on for this one. Oh, oh, oh my God. Oh, oh Lord. I couldn't take it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I gotta go find her somebody. She don't even. That's a shame. Oh my goodness. See, I told you on here. What's that? I thought you was going to win. You never know what you're going to see on here. I want to see what Tanya KO have. I want to see what she has to say just in the beginning. I just want to see because my heart is broken. Don't you ever, 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 ever. No, no, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. Oh God. I don't know if I've ever watched it. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I want to see what Tanya has to say. My fellow Linus. Let's see what my fellow Linus have to say. I'm ready to go beat all the men up right now. I want to know who made her cry. Who made her cry like that, damn it? I got so hot just now listening to that. You see my thing? All right, I had to cool down for a second. She gotta tell me where she live at because I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Shoot, make that poor baby cry like that. Like she's 70 or 80 years old. She a baby. This what y'all doing? This is what y'all up to now. I'm desperate. Let's see what she has to say. Tanya, don't strike me, girl. Tanya, don't swipe me. Don't swipe me. But we're a good couple. We are a good couple, my sister. We're a good couple. We can feed off each other very well. My pores and your pores. Meow.
Have been so hard for me. Because, like, you know how men say that women have toxic feminism? And, like, you'll get to a certain age and, like, no one will want to marry you and no one will love you.
Oh, Lordy.
Like, I feel like I've gotten to that point, guys. Like, I was so hung on to this feminism thing and I missed out on marriage and on
You didn't,
children.
baby. No, you didn't. Stop.
And now, like, I'm at a point in my life where, like, I'm so bitter. I'm so jealous of people who have marriages because they are so happy and their husbands don't even cheat on them. And, like, men are just the best. You know, like, right now is when I'm realizing, like, I can't do without them.
Yeah, you could. You been was.
And right now I'm like, I don't care, like, if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly. I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man.
As long
and
as
you're
you're
breathing, like, that's the only qualification I need because I'm just so desperate.
Did she
for
say
a
breathing?
husband.
Yeah.
As long as you're a man and you're breathing
That's
or
what
bringing.
That's the only qualification I need.
Hold on.
All dark, handsome, ugly. I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man. and you're breathing. Like, that's the only qualification I need, because I'm just so desperate for a husband. Like, there's a lot of pressure around me. So if you can deal and propose, I swear I'll behave and I'll marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, and I'll be obedient and a submissive wife, because that is what you guys want. I'm no longer a feminist, guys. I'm sorry.
Can you believe this shit?
I need to know that this is a joke. That's what I need to know.
That's what I was trying to say.
We're gonna break this down piece by piece, because there's a lot to say about this, and then we're gonna go into the lessons. I want to talk about what it is that she's actually communicating, and then we're going to go into the lessons.
We're gonna go into our own lesson.
I'm waiting for the joke. I'm waiting for the laugh. I'm waiting for the smile.
Exactly.
But I don't know if she's joking.
I don't know if she's
joking. Right. So let me play a video that is taking her very seriously. They're taking her seriously. So I'm going to take her seriously as well. There's this channel for Black women, right? Or I guess, I don't know, any type of woman. Right? I don't know who it's for.
I know, girl.
So let's grab this video. Here we go. So there's a page on the internet. Somebody originally sent me this video, and then I was able to find the other one, because when I showed this video to my niece started laughing and was like, where's the tears? And then I found another video where we could zoom in and actually see that there are real tears coming out of her eyes.
Yeah,
I saw it. Let's play this because she's talking about it in this video.
I'll marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, and I'll be obedient and a submissive wife, because that is what you guys want. I'm no longer a feminist.
Oh, I just want to get to the okay.
Yes, please.
It's destroyed lives.
All right, sorry. I got so tired of hearing her. I just fast forwarded, and then we missed the opening of what this lesson channel. All right, let's hear.
Why? Because that is what you guys want.
No, I saw the water in her eyes.
Feminist, guys. I'm sorry.
She's wiping them before they
Feminism
fall.
has destroyed lives. I'm talking men, women, and kids. We've seen this all over America. It's spreading all over the place, and little by little, you see it popping up in some women in the East.
Oh,
shout out to our brother Yuko. He's in Africa. He sent me this video, and he said, please take a look at how bad things are getting here in Africa.
Ooh.
I think we're already noticing this, but modern day Western women, they are wrecking the whole globe. They're trying to spread their vitriol and their rhetoric to just about anybody they can get to. They have already poisoned the older women. Now they're trying to poison the young women. And at the same time, they're getting the kids too. And not just over here in the West, but they're trying to disrupt other nations. And this is why the people in the East, they're going to have to fight hard against this if they do not want to end up like us over here.
Us?
All right, we're going to pause it right there because whether this original woman is playing or not.
No, right? I felt that.
And they want me to play the dust music.
She's not playing.
Here, let's get it. But the thing already stopped here. Yeah, I'll play a little bit more so you can hear.
Before I give my commentary on this video, make sure that you're subscribed to.
No, all right. That going into her little spiel, but listen, this is a dry.
Who said that? So I can find
dry sound.
Who was that? What my admins?
Tell me what you think of
find
the new
that with Matrix when you need her.
Of course,
I
this
need
will
that
be in
lady
the Blkk vegan makeup pack, which is coming this Christmas, the Total Knockout pack. So make sure that you are on the mailing list to get that. So what do you think of the new lips that I'm trying? I feel that the makeup is really beautiful. I love everything about my look. It's so light and free and shimmery. And I feel good and I look good. I have not felt and looked this good ever. I feel really amazing. So I can't wait to bring that to you all this Christmas. So look for that. Make sure you're on my mailing list because I'm getting the components together. Makeup brushes should be here today. And down low. You know what I'm saying? Once you got them swinging low, they want to hear unrealistic shit that is not going to bring happiness, true happiness and fulfillment to a woman. But she's blowing smoke up their ass and jockeying them so that they can fall in line.
Go to bed. Not, pump her up full of the
seen as she needs inside of her.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But the sad part is that men don't open up their wallets for those types of channels unless you got two dingleberries swinging down low. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got them swinging low, they don't open up their wallet for those types of channels. The people who open up their wallets for channels like that are women who are trying to figure out what's happening and how do they get men, right? But they want quality men. But I hope they want quality men, right? So they go searching and seeking out advice on what it is that they're doing wrong, but they don't realize that we are in a culture with a disparity and it is lopsided, where men have an understanding that women value marriage. And in the Black community, Black men are holding marriage hostage from women. And more and more men are being infected by the red pill and by incel and the manosphere, etc. And they're coming with some very toxic ideas and some very toxic ideals. And it is then altering the minds of men, where men are like, oh, well.
Oh, Lordy. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, I need a panel. We need to start having our own discussions. Yes, we need to start having our own discussions. Because the men, yes, I'm still a little under the weather. I'm still a little under the weather. But they're not mad at the women. I keep telling you guys, they mad at the Dusties. But the Dusties, because the Dusties is taking their women. The Dusties ain't got nothing to offer. The Dusties ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of, but they got more women than them. You need to pick up their game. Like, how do they do this? Maybe I shouldn't act like I'm a blue pill or red pill. Because they stuffed all them pills down. That girl Kendra, I think that's her name, from Crimson Cure. They done stuffed all them pills down her throat. She don't know which way is up. But for everybody, they done stuff it. That's the game. Her job is to groom women like her. So now you got men. You have men that's disliking her. They ain't even been with the woman. So how would they know she feminist? Well, how many men was she talking to? For her to say, I'm not being feminist no more. Well, how many men have she met that said, you are feminist? She did not say at any point in time, I have met men, but I was feminist and they left me. She never said nothing like that. So did she go, baby, you about to go meet some more men? Would you let one man tell you that you wasn't feminine? Y'all get what I'm saying? Now to give my opinion before she give hers. Because this is her video. It is her. But I have to just say how I feel. The lady said, I don't want to do this no more. I don't care if it was real or fake. If that was fake, that was the best acting I've seen ever, because she made me want to cry. And if it's real, I just wish, I'm hoping that it's not. I feel like her right there. I'm really hoping that it's not. Because what do you do for a living? What made you a feminist? She didn't ever say, well, because I wanted to go to school and get an education, and now I'm lonely and I'm by myself. She didn't say nothing. I'm going to be a good girl now. That's because you got that freaking lady, that Gnoskirus, that hyena chick. And then you got the men. Then you got people in their cultures. No, we're not going to stop. First of all, and we really sit back and be feminists, right? I mean, good girls, right? Do you know that men be broke as a mofo? You will stop a lot of jobs for a lot of different people. If a woman ain't a woman, wasn't out there doing what she was doing, how these men, a lot of these men wouldn't have no money. Y'all gotta remember, more women buy movie tickets, more women buy music than men. Women buy more clothes than men. Women buy their men more clothes than what they buy themselves. Imagine having a concert and there's no women there. Not one. Because we at home being submissive. We're not allowed to be around a crowd. How would these people even go to the little strip pole places? A man owns it. How would he make money? A lot of things would, if a woman stop and do what they say, the stock market would drop. It would drop. Carly B, say what you want about her, but she make a lot of people money. All these girls, we say, hey, put some clothes on, which they should, but hey, do you? They make a lot of men money. Even if you're just a regular singer, not even a Carly B, let's say you went into entertainment, you're an actress or whatever, you make a lot of men money. Sometimes when they get into them science labs and stuff like that, that's right, baby. Everything was shut down. Shut down. They won't have to stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Real or fake, this ain't no joke. And if they put you up to, if you like that girl, I don't know. You got to you have to get put out some more video. I need some more background on this. I need some more background. I'm not gonna call a judge, but real or fake, this is what they're trying to get us to do. I ain't want to marry you. Well, shit, I ain't want to marry you neither. God damn it. I don't care as long as you can breathe. But what if his breath stinks? Shit. And you can't fix his breath and stuff. I ain't taking no any old thing to be married. I have your kids. I cook it. I submit. What the funk? Oh. Ooh.
I'm the prize here in the Black community. And now I asked you all for a term, but the only thing I can think of is Hunger Games Black Love Edition, where the women are standing up there shooting bows and arrows, clobbering each other and attempting to electrocute each other, all for a man with melanin, right? And so what we have here is we have this channel that men are going to flock to, but the types of men that are going to flock there are going to have you choking. Like I got my vacuum not far from the broadcast, because at times we have to pull it out because too much dust congests the broadcast. Sometimes it pulls us off air. The dust gets so heavy, right? The type of men that hang around there are the ones that have the stains in their boxers, the ones who don't have life insurance, the ones who want you to go out there busting up your nails in the trenches, beating and breaking up rocks. Remember the chain gang that they used to show back in the days? That's how you're going to be in the trenches, busting up rocks with your fingernails split apart. And then they're going to be like, well, where's your 50-50? What do you bring to the table? They're going to be like, why are your ends split and your nails ragged? Why your feet dry? And you'd be like, because I'm out there in the field. And then you're going to have to be like women in the 1950s who had to run. Oh, I got to go put on my pawn scream and my Noxzebas. And I gotta go. And then you got to lay down with your hair looking right. And then you lay down. And then when you notice that he's asleep, you gotta jump up and go run and put on your pawns and your hair. And then before he wakes up, you gotta set your alarm, before he gets up, so that he never sees you with your creams on. And then you gotta jump up out the bed. But before you go to the chain gang, and you gotta go and you're running to put shea butter upon your foot and take off your bonnet and then go back, lay down on the bed so that he never has to be all of that for a man with a financial roommate situation with you. Well, let's review this video and then we're going to jump into the lessons. Go tag somebody in the video and share the video on your Facebook page or your YouTube channel, and let's dive into it, because I'm going to pull the board out, and there's a lot of lessons that we need to gather today. So let's make sure. Why is Robert laughing? What is funny about this? Stilettos in the apron, exactly, so that people can come tell. The masculine is active, the feminine is by piece. One by one, we are gonna chop them down piece by piece.
Hi guys, like I'm so sad right now because I just came to.
I just want you to see. I did this particular video so that you can see that she is in fact crying. There's water coming out of her eyes.
I saw that. She's holding the one eye.
Like, a realization these past few days have been so hard for me.
I think she got some makeup on that we don't see, but she got some makeup on, and she don't want us to see the tear. You know, she don't want to ruin her makeup. I don't know. She was saying it away for free, and no man put her on layaway. Mad she didn't say person with the person. Ooh, I'm telling you, man, oh man. So this got me so pissed off right now. I'm gonna go find Crimson Tide and go pickle her. She got the gift of gab. She might cut me. Like, I'm gonna cut ya. Come on, you know I'm from Chicago, right? Don't let this dress fool you. I'm like, okay. Oh God. Why she gotta buy glue first to hide the stop it? She's in pain. She's in pain, Ms. Rod. Don't take advantage of her pain. She's already that's not nice. She's in pain, she's crying, she need a man. Now you go send her a wig with some edges. You send her one over there. I'm trying to tell you, you can't get them now. Tell your kids to put you in a senior citizen place, right? You'll find your man in there, but you will not be alone. Right, y'all? I'm still young. Find me one of them old placement homes, because there's some men in there, okay? Hey, King James, how you doing? It's on my next programming. Hey, chat, I gotta find some coffee. That's right, go on and get some coffee for me, huh? Hey, go on and get me some coffee. But alrighty. I want to go. But the thing is, who are these men, and who house are you in? Who pays your rent? Is that you got me confused here, sister. I needed a little more information, a little bit more. You didn't know that Chan, you ain't know. You gotta let him know. Get on out there. Let's go. Let's see what I like to call her my sister, because I remember when she was out a very, very long time ago. I sent Mickey. I would send Carter, but I can't send Carter. His pappy may hear me, but I'm gonna let her talk for a little bit, because I have to go get me a mouth laundry, because my throat and stuff is still bad. And
because, like, you know how men say that women have toxic feminism, and like.
So first things first, toxic feminism. Listen, where's she going? Where she's listening to this? Let's take a look at what feminism is. Let's take a look real quick at what feminism is. The definition. Oh, that's my definition of exercise. Let's find Matinya. All right, feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes, when in actuality, feminism is the equal human rights. And feminist is a person who supports feminism, right? According to Merriam-Webster, it says equal, right? All right. So what feminism is just basically advocacy for women to have equal human rights. So when a person is talking about toxic femininity, that is a what do you call that? It's a retort, kind of like a call and repeat. because the term toxic masculinity came out, because there is a sector of masculinity which is toxic. The masculine is active, the feminine is rested. When we start getting into what the toxic end of femininity looks like, that is inactivity. It could be gossiping. It could be lethargy, not making a decision, those types of things. But it's not picking up arms. There's certain things we can't say on YouTube anymore. Expressing the pellets from those arms into people and making them meet their maker. It's not, the toxic end of femininity is not a violent end. It is an end that does not serve the person. Toxic masculinity bleeds out onto other people. And in response to being called to task for looking at the R-word culture that we're living in across the world, like I can guarantee that wherever it is that this young lady is, and she is young, so I don't know who convinced her that she's old. Wherever it is that she is, I can guarantee you that women don't have equal rights there. But the issue that they're trying to make it seem is that the issue is wanting for women to have equal rights, not the fact that women don't have equal rights. This is why when I make these videos about excising, about cutting out the cancerous parts of our culture and doing away with them, this is what I'm talking about. Because in many different parts of Africa, we still have young ladies who are breast ironed and scarred, having the sensitive part in the middle of their yoni cut out and their whole area sewn up. I want you to Google FGM and get off of here and take off the parental filter or the safe filter and look at what the area looks like after it's gone through FGM. It looks like a Barbie doll. Some of it is mutilated and it looks horrible, but it's the erasure of that which makes a woman woman, or part of what makes a woman woman. That precious yoni. And she refers to her uterus later on in the video, and I want you all to take a listen to how she's just offering herself up to say to the lowest bidder. It's stunning.
To get to a certain age and
Google it. Breast ironing is when they take a hot rock. When girls are about 12 and they're starting to bud, because they don't want men to look at them, they take a hot rock. They put the rock on some fire and take it and place it on the girl, scarring her because they don't want her to develop too early. Instead of taking that rock and busting it up against someone's balls who has done wrong, they're going to instead try to stop a budding body. All over the world, women are victimized. All over the world, women are being harmed. And we got platforms like this F-boy of a platform, YouTube, which stops us from being able to speak earnestly and honestly about the issues which matter most to us. It's unbelievable. I'm going to rewind just a tiny bit because we trampled over her words, but I want you to hear what she's saying.
in age, and like no one will want to marry you and no one will love you.
How old do you think this young lady is? 29? 30? She looks very young. You know the black doesn't crack, and when you're dark skinned with the melanin, you look even younger. So she's still young. She's still talking about having babies, but yet she's let someone in her culture convince her that she's too old. We're going to talk about that in the list that I have on the board. Don't worry.
I feel like I've gotten to that point, guys. Like I was so hung on to this feminism thing, and I missed out on marriage and on children.
All right. So she's talking about missing out on marriage and children. She got hung up on this feminism thing. My question to you, young lady, is, were you doing the right thing? Were you advocating for the voice, to be the voice of the voiceless? Were you advocating for equal human rights for women? What did feminism, what did the invocation of feminism in your realm look like? Were you doing the right thing for the greater good of humanity? And if the, I don't want to get into the list right now, but one of the questions is, what type of man would you want to be with, the type of man who does not want equal human rights for women? That's all feminism is. All of us should be feminists. All of us should be feminists because we all want. It's like having a white friend, and one of the conditions of your friendship is that you give up that civil rights bullshit. You want human rights, nigga? We can't be friends. And you be like, well, that wasn't going to be a healthy friendship to begin with. All right, come, let's go.
And now, like, I'm at a point in my life where, like, I'm so bitter. I'm so jealous of people who have marriages because they're so happy and the husbands don't even cheat on them.
Listen, let me tell you something, honey. First of all, she's saying that she's bitter, right? And she's jealous of people who have marriages and their husbands don't even cheat on them. Let me tell you something, honey. The type of man that you're attracting with this type of stance is precisely the type of man who is going to cheat on you. Precisely. I mean, fidelity is not even something that you care about when you give your call to action for what it is that you're looking for in a man. So let's continue going forward. Let's continue.
And like, men are just the best. You know, like right now is when I'm realizing like I can't do without them. And right now I'm like, I don't care like if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly, I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man and you're breathing.
That's her qualification. As long as you're a man and you're breathing. She doesn't care about anything else. We're going to play that part for you again.
Dark, handsome, ugly, I don't care. And right now I'm like, I don't care like if you are rich or poor, tall, dark, handsome, ugly, I don't care, by the way. As long as you're a man and you're breathing, like that's the only qualification I need because I'm just so desperate for a husband. Like there's a lot of pressure around me. So if you can deal me and propose, I swear I'll be.
So in case you can't understand what she's saying, she's like, I'll behave, right? I'll behave. She's saying that she's desperate.
Marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children.
So she's saying, I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, right? So she's offering up her womb. She's offering up her domestic duties, right? We're going to talk about that when we get to the list, right? Let's continue.
Be obedient.
And she's saying she's also going to be obedient.
Submissive wife because that is what you guys want.
And she said, I'll be your submissive wife because that's what you guys want. So she's talking about submitting and all of this other stuff. I need somebody to let me know if they know who she is and whether or not this is a joke, because I would love to talk with her and see what her intention was for this. Just in case it's real, we're still going to go through the board. In case there's somebody else out there who's feeling like this and it is real for them, we're going to go through that.
I'm no longer a feminist, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I can only imagine. I think that it's a joke. Personally, I think it's a joke. I don't think that anybody could actually be serious with this. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We're going to get the board back and we are going to go over all
I got that tea.
points.
It ain't working.
Right?
With this weather?
All right. So
you got to remember, guys. I ain't talking about nobody but me. No, I got that tea, but it's the allergens. I got sinusitis, the allergens. And it's been raining and it's cool and stuff like that. So it's not just the throat. It's the nose, ear, and throat. You know, that seasonal allergy crap. Left from the line. That's what I said. She wants a bump. She did not say SSI. She said all he have to do is breathe, Miss Rod. You giving her too much money. you giving her too much money. She didn't ask for no money. She said all he gotta be is a man and breathing. That's it. SSI check don't come with it. Are your sons too? Oh, thank you, truly. The undercover sniper. So you giving her too much money, Miss Rod. Hey, Nicole. Hey, my booby. How you doing, sweetie? So let's finish with this before I cry. I done cried enough because she ain't found a man. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. And after this, I might cheer myself up and watch some she or some kiki. That would be the next video because I have to cheer myself up because this girl got me an emotional wreck over here. Emotional wreck. Here comes Miss Rod talking about SSI check. She did that. She said no. She said breathing. So he get to keep his money in his pocket. He keep the money in the pocket. You gotta be very specific what you ask for. You just might get in there. I forgot to add in some things here. Baby turkey. Even though I'm going to eat this turkey sandwich, that I do believe in animal rights. Save the baby turkey. Good. I'm not messing with you, James. I'm not messing with you. Now let's finish crying.
Oh, here we go. First things first. When I first presented this to a man, right? He laughed, and the very first thing that he said to me was, "Is she rich?" Right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I said.
He started laughing, and he was like, "Ha ha 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 ha! Is she rich?"
That's what I said first.
Like, look, if she's wealthy, I'll go ahead and marry her. But he was joking, right? Second thing that he said is, what does she have to offer? That's what he asked. Secondly, what does she have to offer? When you come at it from this position, you put yourself in a position of weakness so that now he is wondering, well, if it's this hard for you to get married and you want to get married that bad and I'm the prize and you're presenting yourself up on the auction block for me, then what is it that you have to offer? She has stated that she has cooking, cleaning, she has her womb, she has obedience, she has submission, right? She has all of those things that she's offering up, right? And the third thing that he said to me was,
she got cooking, painting, submission. I have your baby tings, all them tings at the end. Okay. Now press 2. Now press 2. Oh, don't worry. I'm only laughing at you because I'm going to find you a man, girlfriend. Don't worry about it. I'm coming. Where you at? I'm going to go get you a man. Matter of fact, you go get your man. Don't wait for that ninja. If it's only for one night, and they can't do the one-nighters down there. But I'm like, listen, you do the one-liner on the other side of town, then you won't going back home. But like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Nope. Nobody been up in here. Let me give her 50%. No, baby. She needs 75% off. Matter of fact, we all got to put our coupons together for her. Childhood program, African treat women worse than. I know they do. They've been done stone my ass. They would go back to the Stone Ages for me, because I would listen to somebody with so much love and so much care. You will honestly think that I care, right? But I really don't care. So, but I don't. Go ahead, speak your speech, because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So speak your speech, baby. I hear you. But you say 8 o'clock. I heard you. Here I come popping in at 12 o'clock. I said I heard you, but I ain't said I was coming in at 8. You said that. I'm coming in at 12. You know what I'm saying? Now press 2. Now press 2. All right now. My My chat is all day. I got the most corrupted chat. I got the most corrupted chat on YouTube. The most corrupted chat. Your mouths are reckless. Your mouths are reckless. I'm the only version here. I am the only version on here. So I don't even know why she's crying. Why is she crying when I'm the only virgin here and she's crying? Okay. Well, all right. Oh God. Oh, James, I forgot James know about it. We saw his, we got to make sure we find his YouTube girlfriend again. Verting means that you don't have a YouTube like. I don't like nobody. I ain't come across somebody I like on YouTube yet. But everybody else got a YouTube like. So that's why I said I'm the only version. Meaning that I ain't seen nobody on YouTube I like that. But my chat have. And they let us know. They let us know. God dang it. Let's go. Okay. And don't forget the coupon, Miss Rod, for the plane, the train, and the automobile. We need coupons for all of that. Okay? All right.
What does feminism have to do? What does feminism have to do with whether or not she wants to get married? Because feminists get married every day. So basically what she's saying is, especially when she starts talking about the toxic feminine stuff, right? She's basically saying that she is going to put herself in a position where she is not advocating for the equal rights of women. I'll just put a that there. She's not advocating for the equal rights of women. So what type of man is she going to attract by letting it be known that she is definitely not advocating for equal rights of women, right? So then the fourth thing that he said to me was that the bar is low. You know, a man wants to feel like he's getting a prize as well. But when you set the bar so low that you don't even care what type of man you want, it lets him know that he is either going to be at the bottom of the bar, like what you're asking for is the bottom, the basic bottom. That's all you want is the bottom shelf, right? That's all look, the bar is so low that no man could feel special by being called into this. You don't have to be tall. You don't have to be handsome, tall, dark. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be poor. All you have to do is be what? Breathing. That's all you have to do is be breathing. Who are the people that are breathing, right? Listen, the bum down the street with ashy chap, dirty dick, he's breathing. So why would a man want to wife a woman who is willing to accept ashy chap, dirty dick? Bum dick. If you're willing to open up your womb, your life, your home, your partnership with bum dick, why would a quality man want to be in the same running? This is what I'm saying. You cannot lower yourself for me.
All right, guys, we gotta sing this song for the one time. This is serious. Being feminine can make you delirious. I said this is serious. Being a feminist can make you delirious. Inky had to come up with that. But I gotta see. I'm gonna have to go speak to Inky because I had to look. I looked back over, so I don't know if he was mad about his content or was it what was the content. You know what I'm saying. But this is a simple yes. Being a femme make you delirious. Hey, ow. See, I wouldn't say nothing harsh with her. I was like, girl, let's go. I'll grab her little arm up. Like, which one? Men, line them up now. She want one of y'all. Line them up. Booty cheeks. I want to see the booty cheeks now. Because she got to pick one of y'all before she go home tonight. Damn it. See, that's how you handle them problems, right? Okay, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm going to watch Shishi next. So we're going to finish with this. Cause I need to see my she or Kiki. She. One or the other. They sisters, goddammit.
Men, you have to raise up the bar and let men reach up to it. Kind of like, listen, you ever noticed in the Olympics where they have that thing where they're running and they have the pole and they got to push it down into the ground and turn their bodies all the way around and slap. That was very dramatic. But as high up as that bar is, right, they found a way to get a pogo stick or whatever that thing is called and run, push that into the ground and jump 40 feet into the air and slide their back over, make sure their back or feet or nothing touch and go over it because they want to rise to the challenge. But when you set the bar low for ashy, chapped, dirty bum dick, why would any man who values himself want to be with a woman who doesn't even value herself, right? So then that opens up the question of number 5. Now they want to know what's wrong with her. What's happening with her that she's so low that she's offering up her life and womb to dirty bum dick, right? That she's opening up her life and womb to ashy, chapped. You know, I'm not going to keep saying it because you get the picture. You get the picture, right? So now they want to know what's wrong with her. My question was, how are you going about enacting feminism? That was my question. Were you an angry feminist, burning your bra, twirling it in the air? You weren't really advocating for human rights for women, but you were out there trying to make men pay and suffer, that you wanted to hurt them, and you were out there, because she already said she was bitter. So it is already in her nature to be angry, to be bitter, to be jealous, to be all of those things. So how did feminism show up in her life? Was she being an advocate for the voice of the voiceless, or was she letting her voice ring out with nonsensical stuff? That's my question, right?
No, that's why I keep telling you, Tanya. We sound exact. We say the exact same thing. That's that lioness in us. Wow. But my thing is, she hasn't said anything to make me believe in that she's a feminist. Not saying that she's not. I think what it is that they don't want the women. They don't want the women to get education there. They want to keep us in the Stone Ages. They want to keep us there. In the Stone Ages. That's where we should stay. But them damn days are over. And that's why they give me freedom or give me death. They ask is if they could swim across the water to be anywhere but there. That's why I don't care what y'all say about America. I love being American. Y'all don't have to agree. But y'all try it someplace else. Y'all go someplace else. Let me know how it turn out for you. I'm not getting adjusted to nothing. I'm not getting adjusted to nobody else's food. I want my Southern food. And then, my Italian food and stuff like that. And I know y'all want y'all seafood boils and stuff. All that, it comes to an end. Y'all better like being American, damn it. But let's finish. Because we gotta move on.
Question number 7 is, was she chasing good men away?
That's what I said.
This effery, with the low standards in her life, with the bitterness, with the angriness, with all of this effery that was going on and seems to still be going on in her life, was she chasing eligible candidates away from even
I said that first, TT.
Like her.
TK, I said that.
What was she?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, number 8 is bum dick.
Ooh.
You would write that on your list. Bum dick, right?
Some bum bing bing. Some bum bum bum. Bumba clack.
Listen.
Some bum bum.
Listen. What's going on in your life that ashy, chapped?
She said some bum bum.
I can't say it again. I can't say it again.
The bum bum.
I can't say it again. All right. 9. Number 9. You're offering vagina. Listen, there are men out there who will marry you on the strength of just having vagina alone.
That's
but
right.
She's offering vagina
for free,
cooking
for free,
cleaning
for free,
cleaning.
Cleaning.
She's offering her womb.
The womb for free.
She's offering what else? Her womb. She's offering her feminine energy.
Her energies for
She's
free.
offering her companionship. She's offering all of those things, right?
For free.
All without any qualifications at all. None whatsoever.
Free. For
right?
Free. For free. Just breathe. Just breathe on me. Just breathe on me. That's
Other
it.
question that he asked me.
I could have gave you the questions, T.
This is the question he asked me. This is the question he asked me.
Yeah.
Why did homeless Joe? This is what he asked me.
Yeah.
Why did homeless Joe kick her to the curb?
Ooh.
He wanted to know what was wrong with this woman that even homeless Joe.
Oh, child. Scandalous. You scandalous. With the boom boom.
Homeless Joe.
The boom
I
boom.
can't do this anymore. I can't do this.
No.
I can't do it.
Homeless Joe.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I know you can't. I know you can't.
I tried. I did my best.
Ah.
I did my best. We got the homeless Joe. I couldn't.
Don't worry, guys. After the holidays, right? And y'all want to donate to the coffee fund. Y'all gonna be hearing some music effects. After the holidays, I gotta save up my little dollars and pennies and nickels. Gotta save that up because I want some sound effects too. But either way, this is finished because I have to change this up. So let's get ready for Shishi or Kiki or whoever. Because I know at night it's Pastor Pete. When women settle because of pressure of thinking she needs a man soap opera, love stories reinforce this. You need water, oxygen, minerals, but man or woman is an option. Because I love the dough more than you know. For the last show, I love the dough. That's what you got to say, King James. I love the dough more than you know. Well, I don't know what stage you're in, but when we say dough, we mean money. Money, money, money. But back in the days, we used to call it dough. Because the dough start off at one size. Then when you cook it, it rises. So we call it, back in our part of town, in the East, we call it dough. Now, I see you guys back in 10 minutes because I don't know what's going to be next, damn it. But I just always need to stay tuned. Okay? Hopefully I'll be back over here, but y'all will find me. All right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. And I'm going to go after Christmas. I'm going to go on the next plane to find she, and get she man. I'm going to get her a she man. Okay. And Ms. Ryan, take your butt there. Go take you a 10-minute nap. That's all you got. Take you a 10-minute nap. That's all you got. That shit, damn a mess. I'm going to be more of a mess when I come back on. I'm glad you guys enjoy yourself. You have to be serious and laugh and joke too, because it's so much hurt and stuff going on in this world. We got to find a way to cope with everything. Cope with just life, period. All right. I will see you guys later.